Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Richard Noromor, and today I'll be discussing Google AdWords for SMEs featuring ZMOT. Again, my name is Richard Noromor. I am the Managing Director of Emerge Local, and I am a Google AdWords certified. And you can connect with me via LinkedIn. You can just type Richard Noromor and search for my profile there. And on Twitter, I'm not very active on Twitter, but you can add me at Richard Noromor. And you can visit www.emergelocal.com for our company. Thank you for coming today to our hangout. And we'll start by, I'll just tell you a story about my journey on going to Patar Beach, Bolinao. And a few months ago, my wife and I were planning to go to a beach. We missed going for a walk by the beach and we're very excited to watch the sunsets. Our journey began by asking a few friends, and one of our friends told us about a white beach in Bolinao, Pangasinan called Patar. He told us we'll surely love it. We didn't want to bother him about other details, but what we were dying to know was what's the best hotels near the beach and how much are the room rates there. As soon as I got home, I grabbed my laptop and started searching for Patar Beach in Bolinao. I found ads by Agoda and TripAdvisor, ratings and reviews, different websites of local beach resorts, even photos posted by customers. Then I found an article on Lakas ng Trip, a travel blog by a guy named Josiah, saying he's been in Patar Bolinao and they had a good experience with friends during their stay, and he shared his tips and itineraries. Well, with their 2 days itineraries, I was sold. Now I need to check hotel room rates around the area. Another search and I'd found the room rates at online booking site. It was expensive and I wasn't quite ready to book a room yet. On our way to Bolinao in Pangasinan, we passed by a villa called Carolina Beach Resort. And as the rest, as they say, it's history. Why I'm telling you this? The moment when I opened my laptop during my journey on going to Bolinao is the moment that's changing the rules of marketing today. It's the new decision-making moment that takes place 100 million times a day on smartphones, desktops, laptops, tablets, and wired devices on all kinds. It's a moment where marketing happens, where information happens, and where consumers make choices that affect the success and failure of nearly every brand in the world. This is the zero moment of truth, or simply ZMOT. The concept of zero moment of truth was first introduced by Google in a free book that I encourage everyone to download. This ebook can be downloaded to your tablet or just as PDF. If you go to www.zeromomentoftruth.com, you will be able to download the ebook. I want to encourage you to have your whole sales team, marketing team, executive team to read this book. The reason why is it presents it starts to create a different perspective on how consumers are shopping today. And also it introduces some important data. Let's let's take a few steps backward. Procter and Gamble first introduced the term first moment of truth, or the FMOT. FMOT, yes, discussing how consumers shop for traditional product in a grocery store. For example, stimulus would be billboard, radio, TV, print, and when someone walked into the supermarket, let's say looking for a fabric softener, and when they presented with 20 choices, they have to make a decision on what to purchase. And Procter and Gamble said that moment when they reach, let's say, Downy fabric softener, because maybe they were reminded by a commercial of Downy on how makes your clothes so smooth, and how they would smell. That was the first moment of truth. They made their decision in the store. And this is extremely important. And let me say it again. In traditional advertising model, a consumer went to the store to make a decision. The second moment of truth is when they went home and used the fabric softener and told their friends about the product. Now, let's say for hotels industry, before the internet, stimulus brought a consumer into the hotel. Maybe they were interested in booking a deluxe room because stimulus said deluxe room fits their needs and well priced. But when they walked in, they may not have been sure what exactly room to book. Or maybe they want different room and they will ask for front desk rates and discuss options because that information wasn't readily available. Today, that is no longer the case. Traditional marketing was radio, TV, newspaper, and you can see the list here. And the first moment of truth is when they walk into hotel. There was no internet that time. So you basically called or walked in and it was the first moment of truth. How they were greeted, what information was provided, how their questions were answered, which made them decide which room to book. And then when they left the hotel's performance, your customer service resulted in word of mouth referrals. And the number of people that your consumer before the internet could influence who's relatively small. It wasn't common for a dissatisfied customer to take out a paid ad in the newspaper complaining about the bad service. Whether the service was positive or the experience, second of moment of truth, was positive or negative, it had very little impact in the community. So here are the sample of zero moment of truth. You can see the list here. Stimulus, again, this is the zero moment of truth. Stimulus would be the Paradise Beach Resort might be doing a radio and TV and print. And you may be doing some print advertising and that causes consumer to start zero moment of truth journey where they are looking for blogs, reviews, beach resort reviews, hotel reviews, room rates, and that information influence whether they even walk into your hotel. They might walk to different beach resort or brand because of what they found online. Which means that if your brand is not visible during the zero moment of truth experience, you could be out of the game. Meaning, if somebody's stimulus based on reaction to say they have a huge billboard of Paradise Beach Resorts and they go online and start researching for Paradise Beach and then look at online travel agencies and you have no website or reviews, no videos, no blogs, nothing really to differentiate why they should have come to beach resort, but the competing beach resort did. This beach resort had testimonial videos, they answer questions about beach activities versus other competing brands. And because of that information, during the zero moment of truth, they decide to walk or call or submit to lead to your competitor. Secondly, the second moment of truth today, hotels don't have to be reminded of this. It's so powerful. Once someone experiences your brand, your hotel rooms and amenities, their ability to influence others during their zero moment of truth period is amplified 1,000 times. You know the power of consumer reviews. Today, consumer second moment of truth can be experienced by writing a blog, positive or negative, going to sites like Google Places, Facebook, Twitter, and posting their experience, which then becomes searchable for other. Hotels today have to understand that second moment of truth experience is so important Because if their processes, if their customer service, if their advertising and follow through is not consistent and positive, and with second moment of truth, they will find problems online. Today, the zero moment of truth are the reviews sites, blog websites, videos on YouTube, client testimonials, price comparison websites. All of these are part of the zero moment of truth. Just a reminder that word of mouth is now digital word of mouth, which means customer experience during second moment of truth becomes the content for videos and data that the next buyer finds online. If you are not prepared, if you are not feeding the zero moment of truth, showing up to consumer with positive info testimonials, brand differentiation, why they should have to book rooms to your hotel, you are missing a great opportunities. So here are some of the ways how your small business as Pinoy SMEs can invest in ZMOT during their interaction. Having a business website, improving their online reviews, publishing blog content, and publishing videos, and engaging in social media are one of the ways how Pinoy SMEs could invest during the ZMOT interactions. ZMOT has to be in your budget. It has to be in your marketing mix. Google asked all shoppers what were influential in helping you make purchase decision. Stimulus is there. ZMOT was the highest. What are the influencing media to make you walk in the hotel? If ZMOT activities are the most powerful influencers, what are you doing to engage the consumer before they reach your hotel or before they reach your business? I'm going to play a video about the ZMOT.
The zero moment of truth is in many ways about discovery. You want to make every part of your marketing plan easy to see and find. If you've got a television campaign, make sure you have it on YouTube. Make sure that the names in the brand and the characters in the brand are keywords that you put into search engine. Have people in your organization tweet about it. And to a great extent, if you hear anything positive, broadcast it. And if you hear anything negative, discuss it online. All of this will create a large footprint for people to discover your brand versus just hoping that you put out a message and people discover it.
So in the healthcare industry, especially in the healthcare IT space, there's a lot of activity with health regulation, especially around electronic medical records. We're in that business. Our customers who are doctors, hospital administrators, have a lot of questions. We felt it was critical for us to get out there just to explain what is an electronic medical record? How does it work? So we invested quite a bit into basic storytelling through video. It really was that zero moment of truth. Doctors were looking, they were trying to discover what they needed to know, and we focused and said we need to be there with fresh content that's simple to understand and optimized in a way that they're going to find it. And we try to replicate that model across various different industries.
When you think about a brand's relationship with the consumer, you have to think about it in many different ways. Talking to a consumer in social media is very different than talking to a consumer on mobile media. Whatever their need state is very important for brands to not only pivot around, but to create different kinds of campaigns and different kinds of dialogues based on where that consumer is at that moment that matters.
Think about the zero moment of truth online as something of a giant call center. Of course, if they were calling your actual call center, you would have SLAs to answer the phone, to dispose of the call properly with great satisfaction within a certain duration of time. But when it comes to online, on the web, on search results, are you there? Are you answering those calls, so to speak? If you are, congratulations, because you're winning the zero moment of truth. Ask yourself, who on my team has as his or her primary job owning and helping us win the zero moment of truth?
Butterlane makes cupcakes. That's all we do. We use really high quality ingredients and put a lot of love into our cupcakes. We run a single product business, which on the one hand is great because we can really focus, but on the other hand, you better know your business and you better be really good at it because that's the only thing you're doing. We started at probably the worst possible time in terms of the American economy. So if we hadn't embraced ZMOT, we would not exist today as a business. There's simply no way to succeed, really, if we're going to just rely on foot traffic and just our one little storefront. It's just not possible. When we first launched, we didn't have any sort of real online strategy or any sort of grand social media strategy. But we realized really early on that we needed paid search, and it's driven a lot of business. We asked people, how do they find out about Butter Lane? And a lot of people find out about us on Yelp. A lot of people find out about us through Google AdWords. Tons of food bloggers, tons of people going online, just talking constantly about food. It's built-in marketing and a built-in consumer base, and we try to take full advantage. The great thing about this information that you're getting is it is extremely specific. You can tell what they like, you can tell what they don't like, and what they're looking for. We regularly make course corrections based on customer feedback. We decided that we needed to greet customers within 5 seconds or 10 seconds of them walking in the door. And that's something that we picked up on just by listening to what people were saying about us. We use social media sites to drive business. For example, we teach classes, and so sometimes we'll have last-minute cancellations. And all we have to do is tweet, whoa, last minute opening, 2 spots tonight, come on by. And we automatically fill those with paying customers. It's not just a nice thing to be able to do. It's not just, something that's out there that you can take advantage of if you want to. It is absolutely crucial, particularly for a boutique business.
All right. If there's one thing I want you to remember, or a key takeaways with this presentation, is that I want you to remember that Filipinos are searching whatever it is. And according to the study conducted by Comscore and Ipsos Media City, today there are now 6.8 million internet users. They are searching, and 84% they are engaging in search and navigation activities. And 63% are searching on mobile every day.